From the vast, silent expanse of the universe, a new battleground emerges, not for territory, but for information. Welcome to the era of space espionage. Once the domain of science fiction, the race for space has evolved from moon landings and exploration to a sophisticated game of cat and mouse high above our atmosphere. Here, in the silence of the void, intelligence satellites orbit, silently watching, listening, and collecting data that could decide the fate of nations. You're on the Geopolitical channel, and today we're diving deep into the secrets of modern space espionage, how it's reshaping global power dynamics, the technological marvels behind it, and what the future holds for this final frontier. From cloaked operations in the shadows of space to the cutting-edge technology that makes it all possible, get ready to explore how nations are vying for the ultimate high ground. Discover the impact of space espionage on international relations, the ethical dilemmas it presents, and the potential for conflict and cooperation beyond our planet. Join me as we lift the veil on the secretive world of space espionage. You won't want to miss this. Before we launch into the unknown, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our cosmic journeys. Now let's get started. The birth of cosmic spying. In the vast theater of international politics, space has emerged not just as a new frontier for exploration, but as a clandestine battlefield for intelligence gathering. The dawn of space espionage dates back to the Cold War, a time when the world's superpowers were locked in a relentless quest for dominance, not only on Earth, but in the cosmic void beyond. The launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union in 1957 marked the beginning of the space race, but it was the realization that space offered an unparalleled vantage point for surveillance that truly transformed it into an arena of espionage. The United States soon followed suit, deploying its own reconnaissance satellites, capable of capturing images with astonishing detail from hundreds of miles above the Earth's surface. These early missions were cloaked in secrecy, with each satellite launch veiled as a scientific endeavor. Yet beneath the guise of exploration, they were the eyes in the sky, silently monitoring missile sites, tracking troop movements, and eavesdropping on communications. As we progressed, the technology evolved. Satellites became more sophisticated, equipped with technology capable of night vision, signal interception, and even radar imaging, penetrating clouds and canopy to reveal the secrets hidden below. The implications were profound. For the first time in history, nations could peer into the heart of their adversaries without setting foot on their soil. This capability not only changed the landscape of military strategy, but also introduced a new dimension to diplomatic negotiations, where knowledge, as much as firepower, held the key to power. Yet, as we stand on the shoulders of these technological titans, we must ask ourselves, how did these pioneering missions shape the current state of space espionage? And what lessons from this era can guide us as we navigate the complex web of modern intelligence gathering? Join me as we delve into the origins of this covert war above, exploring the breakthroughs and the bold missions that paved the way for the sophisticated surveillance operations that now orbit silently above us. How innovations revolutionized spying in space. The leap from the rudimentary spy satellites of the early Cold War era to today's sophisticated networks orbiting the Earth is a testament to the remarkable pace of technological evolution in space espionage. As we delve into the advancements that have redefined our capabilities, it becomes clear that innovation has been the driving force behind the transformation of space into the ultimate high ground for intelligence gathering. At the heart of this evolution is miniaturization. Early satellites, though groundbreaking, were massive constructs limited by the technology of their time. Today, thanks to advances in microelectronics, satellites can be as small as a loaf of bread, yet far more powerful. This miniaturization has not only made satellites cheaper to build and launch, but has also allowed for the deployment of satellite constellations, networks of satellites working in concert to provide global coverage, ensuring no corner of the Earth is left unwatched. Another pivotal development is the advent of commercial spaceflight. Once the exclusive domain of national governments, space is now accessible to private companies, which has spurred competition, driven down costs, and accelerated innovation. This democratization of space has expanded the field of espionage possibilities, with commercial satellites now capable of tasks once reserved for their classified counterparts, from high-resolution imaging to real-time video surveillance. Artificial intelligence and machine learning represent another frontier in space espionage. With the sheer volume of data being transmitted from satellites, the ability to quickly analyze and extract meaningful insights has become a bottleneck. Algorithms now sift through this data deluge, identifying patterns, tracking changes, and alerting analysts to potential security threats, often in real time. Connectivity has also seen significant advancements, with satellite communication breaking new ground in speed and security. Quantum communication, for instance, promises to revolutionize secure communication by making intercepted messages virtually impossible to decrypt, ensuring that the secrets captured from space remain confidential. As we look to the horizon, the integration of these technologies, miniaturized satellites, commercial spaceflight, artificial intelligence, and secure communication, paints a picture of a future where space espionage capabilities are limited only by our imagination. The implications for global security, surveillance, and even the nature of conflict are profound. In this section, we've explored the technological leaps that have transformed space espionage. But as we push the boundaries of what's possible, we must also confront the ethical and legal challenges that accompany this uncharted territory. Join me as we navigate these complex waters in the next segment. The silent power struggle in the vacuum of space. As we venture deeper into the intricacies of space espionage, we find ourselves in the throbbing heart of global politics, where the silent dance of satellites overhead influences the delicate balance of power on Earth. The geopolitical arena is a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and strategic interests, all under the watchful eyes of orbiting sentinels. The capacity to observe, listen, and gather intelligence from space has become a cornerstone of national security for many countries. It's not just about military might. Space espionage plays a pivotal role in economic, political, and environmental arenas. The ability to monitor crop yields, detect mineral deposits, and even foresee natural disasters from space has immense implications for global markets and humanitarian efforts. However, the strategic advantage afforded by space intelligence also intensifies rivalries. As nations vie for supremacy in the cosmos, space has become a new domain for conflict, with anti-satellite weapons, cyber attacks on space infrastructure, and the deployment of offensive space capabilities escalating tensions. The destruction of a satellite not only signifies a loss of valuable assets, but could also trigger a cascade of debris, threatening other satellites in a phenomenon known as the Kessler syndrome, potentially rendering space inaccessible for generations. Amidst this backdrop, international law struggles to keep pace. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967, while a foundational document, was crafted in a different era and does not fully address the realities of contemporary space operations. The absence of clear legal norms for activities such as satellite reconnaissance and the militarization of space leaves a vacuum, often filled by national interests and unilateral actions. Yet there is also room for cooperation. Global challenges such as climate change, disaster response, and pandemic surveillance have shown that space can be a unifying frontier. International collaborations on satellite missions and data sharing can foster goodwill, promote mutual understanding, and contribute to global security and prosperity. The geopolitical implications of space espionage are profound and far-reaching. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible above, the actions we take will shape the future of international relations, peace, and security on Earth. In this section, we've navigated the complex interplay of space espionage and global politics. But with great power comes great responsibility. Up next, we'll explore the ethical and legal considerations that accompany the expansion of humanity's reach into space and how we might navigate this final frontier responsibly. Navigating the ethics of cosmic surveillance. In the shadow of the technological triumphs and geopolitical maneuverings of space espionage lies a domain fraught with ethical dilemmas and legal quandaries. As we harness the cosmos for intelligence gathering, the implications of our actions stretch beyond the immediate strategic advantages, touching upon fundamental questions of privacy, sovereignty, and the militarization of space. The ethical considerations of space espionage are as vast as space itself. In an era where satellites can capture high-resolution images of virtually any point on Earth, the right to privacy is called into question. Nations can surveil not only each other but also their own citizens, raising concerns about the balance between security and individual freedoms. Moreover, the potential for dual-use technologies, those that can be utilized for both civilian and military purposes, adds a layer of complexity, blurring the lines between peaceful exploration and aggressive posturing. Legally, the framework governing space activities is rooted in the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, which declares space to be the province of all mankind to be explored and used for the benefit of all countries. Yet, as noble as these principles are, they were conceived in a time when the capabilities and potential uses of space were vastly different. The treaty's broad strokes leave much open to interpretation, particularly concerning surveillance, the deployment of weapons in space, and the notion of space as a global commons versus a competitive arena. The absence of comprehensive international regulations specifically addressing space espionage complicates matters further. While the treaty prohibits the placement of nuclear weapons in space and the claim of sovereignty over celestial bodies, it is less clear on issues like anti-satellite operations, the use of space-based assets for intelligence purposes, and the militarization of space. This legal ambiguity creates a precarious situation where actions are often guided by capability rather than consensus, leading to a cycle of escalation that could have lasting consequences for the future of space exploration and security. In response to these challenges, there is a growing call for updated international norms and agreements that reflect the current and future realities of space activities. These would not only address military and intelligence operations, but also encompass the rights of emerging space nations, private entities, and the global community. The goal is to foster an environment of cooperation and trust, ensuring that space remains a domain for peaceful exploration and mutual benefit. As we contemplate the vast expanse above us, we must also look inward, considering the ethical implications of our actions and the legacy we wish to leave for future generations. The path we choose now will determine the nature of space exploration, the conduct of space operations, and the role of space in shaping the destiny of humanity. In our next section, we will look toward the horizon, exploring the potential futures of space espionage and the innovations that will drive it. Join me as we imagine the possibilities and responsibilities that come with our continued journey into the cosmos. The next frontier in international intelligence gathering. As we peer into the future of space espionage, we stand at the precipice of a new era where the boundaries of technology, ethics, and geopolitics are continually expanding. The possibilities are as limitless as space itself, but so too are the challenges and responsibilities we face. This final section explores the innovations on the horizon and the impact they may have on global security, surveillance, and the very fabric of international relations. The advancements in miniaturization and materials science, coupled with the exponential growth in computing power, are set to usher in a new generation of satellites. These future sentinels will be smaller, more agile, and capable of deploying in swarms, offering unprecedented coverage and redundancy. With the advent of quantum computing, we also foresee a revolution in data encryption and secure communication, making space espionage more resilient to interception and hacking. Artificial intelligence will play a pivotal role in the future of space surveillance. AI's ability to process and analyze vast amounts of data in real time will enhance decision-making processes, potentially identifying threats and opportunities long before they become apparent to human observers. This could lead to a scenario where satellite networks act not just as passive observers, but as active participants in global security, autonomously monitoring environmental changes, tracking illicit activities, and even predicting geopolitical shifts. However, as the frontier of space becomes increasingly crowded, the risks of conflict and competition for orbital real estate escalate. The future may see the development of more advanced anti-satellite weapons and defensive systems, raising the stakes in a potential space arms race. It underscores the urgent need for robust international treaties and norms that govern the use of space for military and intelligence purposes, ensuring that space remains a domain for peaceful exploration and cooperation. Moreover, the democratization of space, driven by the commercial sector's involvement, introduces new actors into the realm of space espionage. Private companies and non-state actors may soon possess capabilities once reserved for nation-states, complicating the geopolitical landscape and raising questions about jurisdiction, accountability, and regulation. As we look to the future, the ethical considerations surrounding space espionage become even more pronounced. The balance between national security interests and the right to privacy, the prevention of an arms race in space, and the preservation of space as a common heritage for all humanity are issues that will require careful deliberation and collective action. In conclusion, the future of space espionage is a tapestry woven from the threads of technology, policy, and ethics. It holds the promise of safeguarding nations and advancing human knowledge, but it also poses significant challenges that must be addressed with wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to the principles of transparency, cooperation, and peace. As we venture further into the cosmos, let us carry with us the lessons of the past and the hopes for a future where space continues to unite us in our common quest for security and discovery. Join the quest for truth. As we conclude our deep dive into the world of space espionage, it's clear that this topic, shrouded in secrecy and intrigue, has far-reaching implications for our world. The truth, often lurking in the shadows beyond the reach of mainstream media, finds a sanctuary here, on Untold. Our mission is to unveil those truths, to share with you insights and knowledge that challenge the status quo, all while navigating the complexities of presenting this content under the veil of anonymity. Untold is a bastion for exclusive content that dares to explore what others won't. Our commitment to uncovering and sharing the truth is unwavering, but this journey isn't one we can undertake alone. Every view, like, and share not only spreads this crucial information further, but strengthens our resolve and ability to bring you even more groundbreaking content. In a world where information is power, and that power is often guarded behind closed doors, Untold strives to be the key that unlocks those doors. However, the path to truth is fraught with challenges, and the mainstream media's reluctance to broadcast this type of content only reinforces the importance of our mission. This is why your support is not just appreciated, it's essential. By subscribing to Geoland, you're not just gaining access to exclusive content that seeks the truth, you're joining a community of truth seekers. Your likes, shares, and comments don't just help the channel grow, they amplify our collective voice, making it harder for the truths we uncover to be ignored or silenced. So if you believe in our mission, if you thirst for knowledge that transcends the narratives pushed by mainstream channels, we invite you to take action. Subscribe to Geoland, like our videos, and share our content with others who seek the truth. Together, we can break through the barriers of censorship and misinformation, bringing to light the realities that shape our world, our politics, and our future. Thank you for your support, your curiosity, and your commitment to truth. Stay tuned for more eye-opening content here on Geoland. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we will ensure that the truth is not just heard, but felt, understood, and acted upon. Remember, every share helps us grow and improve, bringing more of the hidden truths to light. Join us on this journey of discovery and empowerment. Let's make a difference together.